Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Some of you asked me in the past if I could give you a tour of Conservatory and Desert Dome and show you plants that I donated and how they're doing. So today I'm doing a combination of things. I'm going to show you some of the donated plants by other people and by me and how they're doing, and also share with you a project Alyssa and I worked on during the last week. So hope you enjoy it. I'm coming early to the Conservatory because I prefer working in the mornings, and I wanted to show you entrance area where we had different plants that during that terrible freezing we had all died. And all of these plants that you see are new donations, and there's some really nice specimens we got. So here on the left on the ground there is some agave plants, and next to the agave is this beautiful Crassula Ovata jade plant that does have some really dried up leaves, and I'm wondering if it's because it has a really small pot for its size. Next to the Crassula is this big cactus that I think was donated by the same person that brought Golden Barrel that Alyssa and I planted last week. So I think it would be a good addition to Desert Dome eventually. Then there's this tall blue cactus, Philodendron. We have a lot of philodendrons, but they look really pretty. On the right side, we have a donation of Crassula Ovata and a really big cactus that I don't think I'm going to be planting in the Desert Dome, but I think it's going to just stay here. And then next to that cactus, there is Benjamin tree that's been shedding and having yellow leaves, and I think it's because there's a lot of drift here. I'm going to the plant room to show you some donations that I want to use for our project today. It's messy here, as you can see. There is some that I definitely don't want to use. I really don't like this. I like to put in the ground some healthy plants. But these two blue cactuses that were donated, I think are very nice. They've been kind of laying here for a few weeks, and since nobody planted them, I think I have an idea what I want to do with them. Just to show you space here, there's some dead euphorbias, a lot of debris, and I think Alyssa and I will probably make this one of our projects to kind of clean the plant room and do surgery on some plants, clean the debris, and just make more space available. Here I am by some of the donations that I brought to Conservatory. This is Cilantro Puntilla Christmas tree cactus I brought here about a year ago. It almost died during the freezing. It was all bended. I didn't think it's gonna make it, but it did recover. It's 4 feet tall, has a lot of branches, looks really nice. So I can always take cuttings if I want to propagate it. Next to it, there is Euphorbia Grande Cornice and Euphorbia Trakone Red Rupee. They both look like they have been a little too dry this summer. I've been coming every second week because I was busy, and I think they needed water every week, so they look like they don't have leaves on top. The Trakone always had leaves on top for me. So I think they needed more water. Even the aloe on the left, as you can see, has some corners that are dried up, and I think it's because it just needed a little bit more water during the summer. This area is used for receptions and weddings, and it has two really nice sets of red shelves that mostly contain succulents, and I want to clean those up today with Alyssa. Look at this beautiful tree that's blooming, and it drops blooms and leaves on top of the shelves, so it really needs to be cleaned up. Now I'm entering Desert Dome, and I wanted to show you Sansevieria testudo dogtail cactus. I brought only one pot of this size, and then I split that pot in 3 hanging pots, and they all filled up in a matter of less than half a year. So they look really good. I'm really happy with them. I'm worried about the cold weather, because when I entered this hallway this morning, it was freezing. It was low 30s, just a little bit above zero, above freezing Celsius, 0 Celsius. So I called the director and asked if the city worker could come and turn on the heat, because it was kind of hard to work even in jacket. And there is a lot of, as you can see, water here dripping from the rain because the structure of the desert dome has issues and probably needs to be fixed. So when I came in the center of the dome, here where the fan was not working, there were little icicles. So I was kind of frustrated seeing that because, yeah, I really think they need to fix those issues so no more plants kind of dies due to cold temperatures. So since we couldn't work here, we cleaned the red shelves, and now I wanted to show you those red shelves and plants on them and kind of give you a tour and show you what plants I donated. So there is mostly succulent plants here. This Euphorbia I donated. We had this Crassula propeller plant here before. This is Euphorbia I brought here. A lot of Stapelias and Huernias. Most of these plants I moved to bigger pots because they were root bound, so I did that this year and the previous year. And they're doing great. We don't have pests on these shelves. I think that they're very content in this area. There is a good airflow and good amount of sunlight. And Crassulas have especially done well here. I brought this Crassula rupestris that had a little bit of fungus. It was quarter size of this about 6 months ago, and it, look at how much it grew. It's huge. And something about the airflow here that's really great. This Crassula springtime that I brought, it's recovering. So they're really doing well. I also donated this Echeveria Pearl 1 Nuremberg. We really don't have much Echeverias here in the desert, in the conservatory. There is Hawortius and Aloes. I also brought some Kalanchoe plants and some more Crassulas that are propagating and growing here. There is some more Kalanchoe plants, Aloes. As you can see, Graptosedum, Hawortius. This string of pearls I also brought here. Beautiful bloom on Huernia Tourette primulina. We have some more Aloes and Crassula watch chain. Euphorbia that I also donated. Stapelia, grandiflora that's preparing to bloom, and the one that's blooming. And then I cleaned this set of shelves, and on the other side we have a similar set of shelves that Alyssa was cleaning, and she did a great job. So I'm going to show you what plants we have on these shelves. Looking from the top, we have some aloes and a cactus and some more cactuses below. Hawortius, Huernia schneideriana. Some more Hawortius. This aloe had a lot of pests and it recovered. I treated it. I'm really happy about that. Ghost plant is doing good. I donated this Euphorbia nopla that's doing good here. This is my ghost plant and my aloes that, as you can see, they're in black pots because I'm going to probably return them home when it gets warmer, so they're here for the winter. Just a few pots. This one here I also brought here, and I might return home because it's really cute. There is some more Sansevieria, Agaves, Kalanchoe plants, bear paw. I'm really happy with these red shelves and pots on them. I'm taking you now to the area where it's mostly tropical plants. We don't really have succulents here. There is a string of buttons hanging here. But yeah, this area was also hit by the freezing and lost a lot of plants, but not as bad as the desert dome. So Alyssa and I are taking those long blue cactuses to the desert dome, and we're going to start creating a new cacti area. Alyssa is already digging. This is the place we ended up choosing after brainstorming for a while. I suggested 3 areas, but this one I liked the best, and she liked the best, that area. So we were kind of sure that, we were certain that this, I think it will work the best. So she already prepared the spot for the tallest cactus, and we're using a pillowcase again to stabilize it and lift it. We kind of switched the roles from last time. I was usually the one digging and planting, and she was stabilizing. So now I'm kind of holding the cactus and she's filling the spot with the soil around the cactus. We work well as a team. Alyssa is great. And now comes the moment of truth, if it's gonna hold itself on its own. And it is, it's firm. I'm really happy about that. We're now choosing another spot for the other tall blue cactus. And I found another pot with Callisto cactus, Vinteri, I think it's the name of this cactus. I think it's root bound and it really needs a better spot. So I tried to loosen up the soil and separate it from the pot, and we pulled gently, but it didn't work out, and I didn't want to damage this cactus. So since you can see from the video, its pot is cracked, I just decided to bring the camera and break the pot. So that, as you can see, root bound. It's gonna probably enjoy being moved in an area where it can spread roots a bit. So we're just freeing the cactus from the pot. And here it is, guys, after we planted it. This area already looks great. There is 2 blue tall cactuses. We have some white ones. I really like how it looks like. Alyssa is now working on moving this white cactus over there and grooming it a bit. And while she's doing that, I'm gonna focus on cleaning up the desert dome. There is a lot of debris from the Euphorbia pencil tree cactus, as you can see here, and also from the Conservatory cat Inky, who likes to come to the bathroom here. So I just want to make this cleaner. And then I also brought this pot. There is 3 different cactuses in there, and I thought that we could plant the 2 taller ones, and this little one we could plant in a pot. It's full of mealybugs, so I'm going to treat it first and put it in a pot somewhere on the edge of the desert dome. So it's a plastic pot, so I'm not expecting any difficulties taking these plants out. We're going to just lean them with a pillowcase again on the ground and just gently pull them out. I'm right now pulling Saguaro Cactus out, and little one is already out, so Alyssa is just pulling this tallest one now out, and then we can focus on preparing the place for it with the other tall cactuses. You can see now, guys, how it looks like. Alyssa brought these stones, and I think it looks really pretty. We're almost done with that area. I was thinking about using 2 pillowcases, one for top of the cactus and one for the bottom, but I realized that this cactus is not very tall, so I can just put the pillowcase underneath one of these below, and I don't need 2 pillowcases. It's easy to lift it, so I'm gonna just bring it to the area where Alyssa prepared the spot for this cactus. And then we're going to be done with that area for now when we fill this hole. The Saguaro Cactus I decided to plant together with the biggest Saguaro Cactus we have in the middle of the desert dome. So right here, and I think I'm gonna find another cactus to join these 2, so we're gonna have total of 3 cactuses here. It looks really nice. Don't look at the debris, but this area I think is gonna look really good. And you can finally see in the back the new area we created. Alyssa brought the stones, looks really pretty. Thank you guys for watching and see you soon in the next video.